Hey guys, it's Sirius here. I'm back with, what is this, Hardcore League part, I think it's 5? Part 5? I haven't been getting on the stream with my character a little bit. Let's see. The second life slash attempt that I had, which was a Tiefling Warlock, died in Fae. And what had happened there was we had finished Neil in a Fae stack. We used Dimension Door to get back to the start, prancing back to the cave where the dragon is, and I don't know, all of a sudden a hidden champion pixie must have popped up behind me. I got hit with Maggot Plague, Sonic Blast for 92 damage, but the tough part was that there was a lag spike at the same time. So by the time I could actually move, I looked at the combat log, because I was dead. I looked at the combat log and it said the Maggot Plague had hit me 4 times. There was a magic missile in there, and then the 92 point Sonic Blast with save failure. So I was pretty disappointed that the Maggot Plague hit me as hard as it did. I didn't expect that. In subsequent play on my other character, I now have a level 15 Sun Elf Warlock, which is doing fine because I haven't had any lag spikes that prevented me from downing potions, etc. But what I wanted to do is I built another character now that I've got 32 point unlocked. I went gnome, I went ranged. I wanted to give the trapper a little bit of try. Again, because first life was a trapper, second life was the warlock that died in Fae, and the third life was the sun elf. But I wanted to give a couple of tips about what's going on with when you build your first character. So what you might not know is when you first start on hardcore, you cannot avoid the Korthos storyline. You must get through Korthos before you can get to the harbor. But I wanted to show what was going on, some things that you probably want to do as maintenance once you've got some stuff to twink out your character. Some stuff that I like to do is I grab the stuff from the bank and I start putting the items on to my characters. So some stuff that fit. This one, of course, is the Feather Falling Cloak. Once you've got a few of those, you want to bank one, maybe bank 1 or 2, and then you put it on your small character so that you can not experience falling damage when you're moving. I also had the Dust Palm. I got this from the Sharn Syndicate, which is a little repeating light crossbow. Another point, though, is that as you're using them, experience is not a critical issue on hardcore servers, so you want to start banking your experience gems so that when you do create that first character, or if you TR or your first character, then you can just use your experience gems to maybe get yourself to level 2, maybe even level 3, because you can go all the way up to level 5 and still do first level quests. So you can be up to +4 on the base. I don't think I had anything else in here. I mean, I'm not going to go through it with a fine-tooth comb on what I can and can't put through. The Mythic, to melee and ranged here could be a help, but I'm just too lazy to put it on. The Hellfire I might like to put on. What is that? 1d6 plus Flaming Burst damage. I think I haven't really completely decided whether or not I'm going to go toward Inquisitor on this one or not. But with the gnome on the ranged, it's really strong because your racial tree can give you the extra hit damage with the light crossbows. And light crossbows might have a little bit faster fire rate. So for now, I'm working up toward know the angles and the intelligence to damage from the Harper tree. That's pretty much where I want to score. I don't know if I'm going to take it with light repeating crossbows and go rogue. I haven't really decided what kind of levels I'm going to do yet. I've just grabbed 2 Artificer for the rune arm and the dog help. I haven't done any quests on this character yet. Some other stuff that you want to do, some housekeeping stuff, is when you can get to it, you want to go grab your potions. Let's see, did I have money? You also want to grab some money from your other characters that haven't experienced any money problems yet. You want to start putting your money into your bank so that on your characters that you first create, you can give yourself a little bit of cash here. So I'm going to take, 30,000. And now I've got something here that I can use. Let's see. On this character, I had a couple of decisions to make. I went pretty simple. I maxed out con, then I maxed out int, and that was all I had. I toyed with the idea of going 18 intelligence and getting like a 13 dex and then maybe 1 point to strength for extra whatever. so that I could grab the dodge, mobility, and all that jazz. But I don't know. I didn't get too crazy about it. I wasn't concerned. Here's another something that I got from a gold roll or whatever. Let's go ahead and put that here for some extra heal power. My first spells that I like to take when I'm doing these ranged guys is the Conjure Bolts and the Armor. Now this is only going to give me, what is that, 5 damage? What is that? 5 points per caster level. So I'm going to get 10 damage reduction. It's almost like 10 temporary HP, but it's just physical and force, so I don't think if I experience like fire damage or something that would count toward that. But it really adds up. It counts. It lasts for a reasonable amount of time. You can't exactly spam it, but let's get these on too. Blindness. But it's better than some of the other options. I don't know. I need to get the Expeditious Retreat. That's one of the problems I had on this. I had the Expeditious Retreat on the other character, and I needed to put the boots over here. My goal for this character is to eventually get it to a position where it can farm some stuff. I wanted to farm the, what was it, the Crown of Snow, so that I could put it on my Warlock, and my ES blasts would be that much stronger. This is not a character that's going to be doing favor, so I don't have to worry about getting every quest. I'm really only looking at getting, I don't know, maybe Reaper points, maybe helping some people out. I'm not going too crazy. Maybe I will go to Korthos just to try out what she's got, but I expect her to do pretty well. She should perform well. Is there anything to do on here? 2's on Elite. Yes, she doesn't need Elite stuff. Elite Borderlands. She would go Reaper, if anything. I have been looking for a Titan raid. If anyone was going to do a Titan raid, I'd like to get into it and get that knocked out. Did a Vault of Night earlier. Nobody died. Went well. Didn't take too long. So everybody was competent. It was nice. Nobody wanted to pick up anything, though. Nobody wanted to pick up the voice. Nobody wanted to pick up the ring. Everybody was just in kind of auto mode. But I had some really good trappers who just automatically ran through and did all the traps, so I was pretty excited about that. Since I'm just going to be wandering around... Oh, you know what? Here's another tip. Farm your horse. Because, as you know, on Hardcore, they're not giving us the Hardcore rewards from other seasons, 2 and 3. The guys who did Season 1, they have their capes and whatnot, but if you just farm your horse once, it goes into the stable, and then every character you create has that horse. So, I don't have to be concerned with farming that horse over and over again. You know how we had to farm 20 feathers every time for every character, and that's annoying for your, your dual box characters that are just supposed to be helping you pull, right? So, let's go to, I'm going to go to the Gatekeeper's Grove because I wanted to show you something else that you really should consider doing as soon as you log on. While I'm here, I'm just going to pick up quests in case anybody does the Gatekeepers on Reaper. Does anyone ever read these, or do you just pick whatever the first option is and click all the way through? I don't know. I think I may have read them the first time. Some of these quest chains I didn't really understand until, I don't know, the 20th or 30th time I went through them. Then I really started to realize what the story was. I wish there was an easier way than such long-winded text box. I don't know, it kind of doesn't help the flavor of the game to just have so much text that you have to read through. At any rate, let's keep rolling here. I really like this character. I've always appreciated how small halflings were. Let's get a bag. This is another thing you should do. As soon as you get to the harbor, talk to Baudry and get your collectibles bag. That's the red one right there. Of course, you want to set it together and then put it somewhere to the side. This is all standard stuff from regular live server, but it's more important / imperative once you get to hardcore because you have to take care of your errands, I guess you should say. Things that you don't want to have to go around doing, but you gotta do them. Get your gem bag from this Fitzpatrick fence guy. And the third one, you should have one of each color, is the green bag. I think it's from this guy. There it is. So once you've got your 3 bags and they're all set together, because there's no telling when you're going to get your portable hole, your collapsed portable hole. So you've got to make sure that you maximize bag space. There we go. Okay. So that's issue number one. Second thing that you've got to do. I am not in a guild right now. If you have access to a guild that is at least level 20, you can go to the House K Guild potion vendors and load up on potions. But some things that I'd recommend you do are hit up this potion vendor. I'd like to trade. What do you got? And I'm going to say the aid potions are good. I know it's 35 platinum, but if you keep like 2 or 3, and then if you know that you're going to have to run through a trap or some business like that, maybe just have a couple so you can get those extra HP. A level 5 potion of aid is going to give you, what is that, 8 plus 1 per caster level. So that's 8 plus 5, that's going to give you 13 temporary hit points from aid. Which, as you can see, I've only got 60, so an extra 13 hit points could be the difference. And on a like a level 2 elite dungeon, let's say, Missing in Action, for example, the one over by the Rusty Nail, by Shantakor, if you get hit by one of those spikes, it's going to do 75 damage. So just keep that in mind. If you're getting there and you're like level 2, 3, 4, you see guys running around with like 48 hit points or 68 hit points, they're the Walking Dead. Alright? I'm not even going to lie about that. They may not even know it. So at any rate, guild or no guild, get yourself like 2 or 3, maybe 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 curse potions. I'm also going to take 5 disease potions. Now you're going to need these if you get hit by... Okay, so the curse potions are if you get hit by the... What is it? The Valeria's legs, that champ. And the disease potions are for the symbiote of whatever. The maggot plague one. Symbiote of something. I'm sure somebody will correct me here. I'm sorry, not the curse potion. The curse potions are for stained or for getting cursed. The fear removal. Come on, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fear removal are for the Valeria's legs. Okay, so we've got those. A potion of jumping can never be a bad thing. You never know when you're going to need to jump. But 5 silver is a little too high. If you can afford it, the scrolls are cheaper. If you can go buy the scrolls. But they're not an immediate thing, so don't worry about those. Lesser restoration. I also like to have 5. I don't know why these potions are so expensive, but yeah, you're going to need to have those. And poison. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, there should be... Here's another one that you're going to have to do. And Cordovan, on his daily, on his Wednesday, he warned you guys, make sure you get your resist acid potions. So, every time you open a chest, you should have your resist acid up, because that thing can dot you down. So I'm going to have a few of those, because you never know when those are going to pop. Then I'm going to buy them all, so I don't accidentally sell them. Or even more so that they don't pop up in the menu screen when I'm trying to get my business done. I'm also going to keep them in order of importance, for me, which the disease is probably the most important, and the fear. The other ones, I guess, any old order. But they have to be hotbarred because you're going to need them for quick access. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like I'm missing one. There was a curse, there's a disease. Oh, it's blindness. I didn't buy blindness because I've got the goggles of unbroken sight on and I won't be blinded. Okay, so there's no problem there. Repair cell. I've got these crummy thieves tools. I need to get good thieves tools. That's another thing. If you can have access to the free agents vendor on a higher level tune, to buy yourself some nice thieves tools and then move them over to the other character. I don't think that they're bind to character, but correct me on that one. I think they're bind to account. I am going to go ahead and roll here because my other character doesn't need whatever this roll is going to be. Radiant Force Field. Okay, so that we got that taken care of. The scroll vendor. I wanted to show that to you also to point it out that if you're experiencing issues of melee or head, Arcane Scroll Vendor is probably one of your solutions. Now, the Scroll of Blur, they're reasonably priced, i.e. at level 2 have a 35%, but if you have a higher percentage or if you want to just buy a few and go for it, 3 minutes of Blur for 20% is pretty good until you get your hands on like a bottle of smoke or something. but the 20% miss chances could be a make or break. Scroll of Invisibility is also another good one to point out. Sometimes you just need to not be seen. And then Scroll of Knock, I mean, that's a no-brainer there. If you have a couple, you pay 17 plat for it now, and later when you open the chest, the treasure you get out of it is going to make up for it. That's good ROI, as those business guys would say. But the main rule of thumb here, the point is don't ignore the scrolls, because even a summoned Black Widow can do some good for you, especially in Reapers, when you want to have a body. You want to have another body there helping you. Let's see, Arcane Scroll level 1, like a trade, let's see. Again, Arcane Scrolls, here, this is another tip. The Scrolls of Charm Person. What is Stealthy Repo? Stealthy Repossession? You can do the trick where you get the kobolds up on the top catwalk there up on the left, or you can also kind of combine this strategy of charming a few of them. Or if you're like a warlock or a sorc or a wizard, you have some web or command if you're divine. But just combining all of these together is going to give you an opportunity to get Stealthy Repo done easier. And as you know, the nightmare, let's open that up. The nightmare with Stealthy Repossession is that you get all those mobs together and you lose control and they just beat you down and you get killed. So let's just think about this here. Watch your step. That's the kobolds in Borderlands. You just have to watch out for the trap in the beginning. I would say just go straight for the end guy, the kobold chief. Take him out. Go around, tell the hag and her crippled kobolds that it's dead, and you're finished. Violent Delights, just find all the tablets and make sure that you're in the end part before the fight starts. If you are one of the guys who is kind of stuck in the tunnels, you can always just use your mini-map and see where you're going from there. Am I really going to go through all these? Let's just talk about the Borderlands ones real quick. Treasure Hunt is the one with the trap, the fire trap, and the crests. I just circle around to the left. I skip the optional spider. Another point about the Hardcore League and these quests is you'll see some guys going for optionals and experience. And in Hardcore League, you're not really looking for experience. I mean, maybe if you're doing Reapers, but even on Reaper, optionals usually aren't worth the risk. It's just better to just go do a couple other Reapers or do a higher level Reaper and get it completed than to go for optionals and try and inch it up a couple of points. Storehouse Secret Storehouse. That's the Korthos. Obstructing the orcs. I'm losing mind on that one. Hobgoblin. I'm trying to think about ones that could be problematic. Caged Beast. That's the one for the Shunned Cavern. Just avoid the bear trap. Send in your higher first and blast them or hit them from behind. The Total Chaos could be troublesome. You know, that's last Hardcore League we had a lot of people who were letting Hera out, the Medusa. And I don't know why they do that. A, it's optional, and B, she'll try to kill you at the end, and it's not required. So why even go after her? I mean, find your codex page wherever it is, but leave Hera there. I've only seen one Hera death so far on this HC, but it's completely unavoidable. And Hardcore, I mean, you do have to be a little bit of a chicken sometimes. I mean, don't be too proud to just hang back for a second, or to not do an optional. Oh, there they are, the Scrolls of Jump. So see, the Potions of Jump were, what was that, 72 platinum, and the Scrolls of Jump are 2. So if you can cast them, I mean, money for money, dollar for dollar, it would be worth it for me to buy 30 Scrolls of Jump over one Potion of Jump and just keep hitting it until it triggers. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy like 22 of them. I just like to hit a number twice sometimes. And then I'm going to hotkey it to my jump area. I like to put my little jump, like down here I'll have my water breathing, and then I'll have my water breathing item, or my swim item that helps me swim. And then I'll have, down here I'll have my pair of boots that has jump on it, like jump +2, and then I'll have my jump item, because they stack. So if you have an item that gives you jump, it will stack with the enhancement bonus to jump. It's an equipment bonus and enhancement bonus. So if I have equipment that's a +3 to jump, and then I use this for the +10, it's effectively +13 to my jump. Just something good to keep in mind. Oh, that's another thing that we got to bring up. Scrolls of Night Shield, or Shield, if you're going Divine. But either way, you're going to need those for the magic missiles. You have to have some kind of a shield clicky. Not all the time, but if you're doing Reapers, you got to think about what the famines are going to do to you. Or if you go into Fresh in the Air and you got all the troglodytes with the magic missiles, you got to think about what they're going to do to you. And in Fae, those pixie hunters are going to be hitting you with magic missile, or they're going to try. So I'm probably not going to get it right now. I'm not concerned, depending on what is available for me to do. I'm still looking for that Titan raid. But yeah, if I do anything, none of these are going to be Korthos Island fastish. Yeah. And not to, I mean, I've died twice already, so, but you have to be careful because at this point in Hardcore League, the guys that you're going to encounter are going to be guys that have made a mistake at some point. I've made mistakes, but I'm just saying, a lot of these names are going to keep popping up. Nobody in particular, I'm not zooming in on anybody, but the reason why they're still in Korthos is because they're having problems at certain points, which may or may not have resulted from bad decisions. So you have to be careful which groups you join. Keep an eye out for names of guys that you see that have been reliable or have played well, and try to get into those groups. That is if you're going to play group-wise. I guess I'm going to go and do a couple of, I don't know, Korthoses, since I don't want to waste my Reaper opportunities. But just so I can get a feel of the ranged pew-pew shooter again, since I've spent so much time on the Warlock. Which I will stream the Warlock again. I'd like a little feedback if anybody even wants to see what the Warlock is up to. She's on her 11s right now. She's only got a few 11s to go. Specifically the Titan raid, which if it really doesn't come through, I can skip it. I'm just being a stinker about it. I want to get it done. I want to get out of the way. Last Hardcore League, on one of my earlier characters, I had completed the Titan raid, and then that character died. And then the character that finally did make it to get the 5,000 favor was a character that did not have the Titan raid. So it's almost like a little goal of mine to go ahead and get the Titan raid in on one of my characters. I know it's kind of petty, but well, you know what else I have down here? I have that funky thing. Do I have enough favor for the first reward? You have to impress. What are you talking about? I did. Oh, I have to talk to her on the character that has that. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. In the meantime, let's go shoot something. Is anybody even in here? Doing Haytons? There's a guy in Haytons. Let's go in that one. Why not? I'll shoot it up with you, Longtail. Hope I don't die. Yeah, me too, buddy. Don't take too long to invite me. I might just solo it myself in the time it takes for you to invite me. A lot of good players right now doing their thing. Alright, let's see here. I'll just type a quick hello, and then he's already on a lead. I'm not really looking to pike, I just wanted to get some action, wanted to get some stuff done. Another cool thing that I really love about the small characters, the gnomes and stuff, is they're fast. Halflings and gnomes, I mean, she's moving faster than my other character did. My sun elf. And it could be the medium armor, but it could be that gnomes have a little bit faster step. At any rate, she's wearing that medium armor already, so that's probably not the armor. That's the difference. What has he got? No, none of us are in a guild. Storehouse? Yeah, I can do storehouse. Now that I'm with you, Longtail. I'm glad you guys did it fast. I appreciate that, Mr. Longtail. That's a fun question. Do you guys ever do that? Do you ever just kind of rhetorically ramble to your party members, but not with your audio on? You're just like, why did you do that, buddy? Or, why'd you leave me behind? Or, I don't know. I do that sometimes. Hopefully it makes for a more exciting stream. Let's see. So, just found some junk, put it on. Oh, he's there already. I love this guy. He is my new friend. I am going to have to go to, Violent Delights, and... oh, gosh. He wants me to do the storehouse, but I haven't picked it up. I am going to have to go to Violent Delights and farm the Gigyar's Dashing Boots. Either that or just steal them from my other character. The other character, I did get her the FOM boots, the Freedom of Movement boots from Death House. So when she's got them on, she's got a 20%, but she has a feather falling hole right now, where she's got to get her feather falling situation sorted out. Wow, look at the damage. 33. This is definitely a Reaper girl. She's tough. She's tough. Look at that. 20, 10, nice. I'm very excited. It's nice to get back to the good old ranged again. I also dig that these guys know what they're up to. Here, let me just grab that since nobody saw it. Throw a few bolts in your face. There we go. PogChamp. Gosh. They really are reaching for names now, aren't they? Some ridiculous thieves' tools. What? Oh. I think it doesn't pop until somebody who's level 3 hits it. There's a level 3 in here? Who was that? Get out. Okay, so that is something that we gotta point out here on the stream, guys. A little tip here. Mimics will only spawn for characters that are level 3 or over. So what that means is a level 1 character or level 2 character can go open the chest, loot the chest, and not spawn the mimic if it was a possibility. But subsequently, a level 3 can, and this is what just happened, can then go look in the chest and spawn the mimic that otherwise would not have spawned because of the lower level. Do you get it? It's tricky, but it's also something. Once you are aware of how that mechanic operates, then you're in good shape. Is everyone in? They're all like trying to leave before the thing was completed. So, I don't know if they were standing there waiting for somebody to grab it or what. At any rate, let's keep this up here. I like this guy. This group is good. Longtail is getting it done. Crystal. Crystal is one of the ones that you're going to have some problems with if you're first starting. And the reason is that in order to get the proper favor, you have to do it on Elite. But on Elite, the mobs are much stronger. So there are some problems, some problematic things that need to be solved. First of all, you have to bring a hire. I always use Byron as my #1 hire when I first start. So that's the first one. Set him on attack mode, and he can be very effective. I'm going to bring my dog out. I'm going to set my dog on attack mode. The other problem you have is that right at about mob 4, 5 or so, they'll go straight for the crystal. They will ignore you and go straight for the crystal. See how they're standing up there? They don't need to be standing there. In fact, they shouldn't be. They should be right on the crystal, because we have an aggro problem here. Now, because there's enough guys in here, we're not going to have too much trouble with the aggro. But if you're trying to solo this, you're going to have to be creative about how to stop them from breaking the crystal. And I think that's really what the challenge of this is the devs wanted you to learn how to think outside the box on attracting the attention. So if you have absolutely nothing else to do, nothing else at your disposal, you can still, at this point, every level 1 character can use the Intimidate and have a reasonable success chance of intimidating. And if slamming and hammering on that Intimidate is going to be what it takes to keep them away from that crystal to get your complete, then that's what you got to do. So the dog is doing his job, but there's going to be a point here where they're going to throw like 2 or 3 at us, and it's going to be troublesome. If he songs me, I'll buff him, but I'm not going to go out of my way. I hope they're wondering who the awesome damage dealer is, because it's me. It's no secret. I love my little chilled crossbow. He's using Soundburst, which is very effective. I'm loving the stun. And you know, what else is really fun, and this is what you'll see on StrimTom streams, is the effectiveness of a Bard. I mean, StrimTom has played Bard he at least played Bard strong through Hardcore 3, but I think he had played it on 2. I don't recall. I don't know. But yeah, Bards are awesome. Let's see, Haytons. What do we got here? I'm going to go with the Spear Block because it's good. So we'll put the Spear Block on, bam. This is just your typical stuff. Eat Haytons, anyone? Nope. I named my character Series R because it's supposed to be a Reaper. Reaper character. Collaborators? I can do collaborators. I don't even really need to get these done. I'm not concerned with Cortho's favor. I'm just having fun going through it. I like to play on hardcore. Alright, ready, collaboratore. Everybody's going in. What should I name the Iron Defender? I don't know. I do not know. Alright. Get out of here, traitor. Prepare to die. She does not have a rune arm on yet. I think I have a level 3 rune arm that I can put on this character. And I haven't dumped all of the experience gems onto this character. I mean, half of it being lazy. Half of it being lazy. The other half is probably also lazy. I don't even know. I don't know if I wanted to save a couple of those for if I did eventually TR my other character. The tricky part is I think I've only got like 1,500 Reaper experience on my other character, so it's not a lot at all. I'd like to see more. I don't even know if I'm going to take this character all the way through Reaper or not. We'll see. But I mean, she's built to do so. She could definitely handle it so far. There's my 10 force and physical damage reduction. Kind of excited about. Always peeking. And yes, I am playing with the window open. Alright, so let's not make a habit of that. Just looking to see if anybody's doing a Titan. I need to get into a Titan raid. I can help with it on my character. I just need to get in there. Maybe I can do the fire puzzle side and help with the DDO on getting all that stuff accomplished. Gotta wait until your level 3 try. Yep, there's your level 3. Pick up all of that. Kazoom. Still need at least Anger Step on this character. And that's another point that I need to make as far as tips go. You've got to have an expeditious retreat of some kind, because the name is kind of a giveaway. You're not exactly retreating in all cases. It's just expeditious movement, really. You're not retreating. You just need to move faster, anyway. That wand of Remove Fear is actually pretty cool, if he uses it properly. Come on, Drexelhand. Let's throw some bolts in your face. Alright, looks like he wants the extra XP in the chest, which is whatever. What's a bummer about Korthos is elite XP only. To the level 3 checks it. See if that mimic spawns. There it is. Long tail, no! Heal you up, bruh. Heal you up. He would have been fine. Okay. And that's just another fun thing about the artificers that I really like. Oh no, left your party. He got mad or what? I don't know. Guess he didn't want to party with us anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna take the great cross, but no, I won't. I was thinking about it, but it's a bad idea. I'm gonna take the discarded ring, I think. Discarded ring is good. Let's see, what are we at? 35 minutes. And there's nothing else out there. Okay. I'm gonna take a break at this point. I don't know. This is hardcore. This is serious. Hardcore League. Season 4, part... I don't know. I think it's part 5. And just going over some tips and stuff. Yeah, left your party. Whatever. Just leave party. That's fine. And I'm going to take a break here. Let's see. Damping. Death block. Wow, look at that. That is quite the shield. Fire resistance. Adamant. Level 3. Intelligence 1. I guess I should put that on, really, but I like the mythic from the one I've already got on. Don't need that. Should probably put that on also. Make sure to put your gear on as soon as you get it. You know, it helps. That little 5 HP makes a difference. I didn't have any ring slotted, so I'll just throw that in. Get an extra 10 spell points there. Repair and magnetism, don't need that. And I'm just selling the junk that's not really needed. Cause fear, featherfall. No, I don't need it. And that'll be that. Okay, guys. I hope the tips helped. Please comment. You know, let me know if you have any questions, anything you want to go over, and I'll do my best to find the answer, help you out.